G'day everyone. Sorry about the lateness for this week. I've been a little bit busy, but that's all good. Unfortunately, I haven't been busy running, but that's, do what you do. So quick update on last week. A few days late this time around, but I'll still do the update. So this week I've actually had the least amount of Ks I've done in quite some time. Yeah, it's been a pretty lazy week for me. I think in total I've done about 44 kilometers. That included doing a 22 kilometer long run. So yeah, 22 Ks during the week. I think there were two 6K runs and a 10K run. The two 6Ks were two tempo runs. It felt pretty good. And 10K run as well. That felt pretty good as well. I had quite a few days off, but then just sort of in between, I sort of run Monday. Tuesday I ran with my mate again, which was really good. Did a 10K run there just through the hills around near where we work. And then I think Wednesday I had off. Thursday I ran another 6 or 8Ks, I think it was, with my dog just around home. And then on Saturday I got out for a long run. And I started off feeling a little bit dodgy, but 6-7 Ks into it. So I did my same I did the week before, where I basically turned up, ran park run, and then added some kilometers onto the back of that. So did the normal 5K, and then I headed off around the lake and cut a few laps around the park, which is just nearby, in total for 22 kilometers. And actually really happy with how it went. Felt fairly comfortable through the whole thing. Obviously I was a bit tired towards the end of it, but still able to maintain pace. I think on average, I think it was like 5:35, 5:40 Ks for the whole thing on average. But yeah, it felt really good. So, even though the week was really low, maybe I just needed some rest or something, but all 4 runs actually felt really good and really happy with how those went. For this week, so just to do a bit of fun, I've actually signed up for a fun run at a little township nearby called the Mountain of Fun. It's basically they run up Mount Warren Heap, because that sounds like a good idea. It's not a massive mountain though. It's, I don't know, maybe a 300 meter climb over a couple of K. Don't actually know the figures there. They don't have any sort of elevation map or anything. It'll probably only be, a couple hundred people at the run. So nice and small event, but should be a bit of fun to go to. Always happy to, like to get in and support those local runs nearby. Otherwise they stop happening and you'll run out of things to do, and then you complain because there's no runs nearby. So I'd like to get out and do that one. It's only about 12.5K run. Yeah, I think most of it is fairly flattish until you actually start the ascent up Mount Warren Heap, which I don't know whether it's dirt track, gravel track. I've never actually done this run before. It's the first time I've actually seen it. So getting in to do that one. Yeah, it should be a bit of fun. Just a little local event. What else am I going to do for the week? I'm thinking on the end of that, because that coincides when I am supposed to be doing a roughly 2.5 hour run. So I figure if that one goes for, I don't know, 12K, so roughly about an hour 10, hour 15, if it counts a slow down on the hill maybe. And then I'll probably try and add maybe 10Ks on the back of that. Hopefully be roughly around about 2.5 hours. I'll see how we go. Hopefully I'm not feeling too knackered when I finish it, so I can actually finish it as a 2.5 hour run. Obviously not going there to try and break any speed records or anything. It's just doing it as part of my training. So we'll be trying to behave myself and not get sucked into trying to keep up with someone who's in front of me or beside me, whatever. So that should be good though, and really looking forward to doing that. That's on the Sunday. For the rest of the week, like I said, it's going to be fairly normal. My Tuesdays and Thursdays now are just based on a time run, not a distance run, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. They're going to be 60-minute runs, which in that time I should do roughly about 11 Ks. They also coincide when I run from work, so it's generally a nice hilly area, just rolling hills. I think over about the 11K you get about 150 to 180 depending on what loop I do in elevation. So they're pretty much set as part of my normal routine now. Monday and hopefully Friday we'll see what I'm doing on Fridays. But Monday is still my tempo run where I get out and do 3x1k. I'm looking at starting to extend that now because the 3x1k, I think I've got the hang of it now of being able to actually back off. In my run this week, I did actually manage to hold between the 5:10, 5:15s, and then for the float, whatever you want to call it, in the middle, I did actually drop back to doing sort of 5:35s, and that's pretty much what I want to do because the 5:30, 5:35 is what I want to do as the marathon pace. I want to try and hold that for 40k. Don't know how that's going to go, but that gets me the 4 hours, under 4 hours for the marathon. So I like to sort of think that as the float and then push myself for the other kilometers each in. So looking at maybe changing that up in maybe not this week, but next week hopefully start doing sort of 8Ks, so I can do 4x1k instead of 3x1k and keep building it that way. And then Friday is just a bit of run with the dog, and I'll probably do a few fast Ks in there, and the rest of the time just cruising along next to him. As normal, I'll be busting my ass to put out a fast K, and he'll still just be cruising along next to me, making me feel bad. But that's all good. And then, yeah, like I said, on Saturday, not like I said, I haven't mentioned that one. Saturday I'll do park run. I'm thinking of tacking about another 5Ks on the back of that one. More just trying to build endurance. So this Saturday I'm going to try and run it again. I'll probably go around the 5:15s, 5:20s for the park run, and then I'll take a 5 or 6k run on the back of that and try and do sort of around the 5:30ish mark, maybe a little bit quicker. Not really worried about trying to give myself some time off for the Sunday run since it's just another training run anyway, so I'll just be keeping that as normal and taking everything in stride. What else? That's pretty much about it. So yeah, pretty lazy week, 44k's all up. This week hopefully knock out a fair few more Ks. Plan says I should be doing low 60s this week. It's a bit of a change from last week, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, nice and short and sweet this week. So if you got any questions, just post them below as normal. Otherwise, hopefully your training's going well towards whatever goal you're moving towards. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all again next week. See ya.